Hi, my name is Debra R. Richardson of Debra R. Richardson LLC, and I work with you to help you clean up your vendor data, clean up your vendor processes, and pay the right vendor. Now, this week's Vendor Master File tip of the week is 2 scenarios when you should return an IRS Form W-9 or the W-9 to the vendor for correction. Now, we all know the Verizons of the world already know how to fill out their W-9, and most vendors already have one ready to submit even before you ask. But we all have those subset of non-typical business vendors that don't know how to fill out the W-9 correctly, and these are 2 times when you need to send it back to them. Now, the first one is when the W-9 is the wrong version. Now, the last revision or the latest revision of the IRS Form W-9 was October 2018. And unlike the IRS W-8 form, when a new version is issued, there is no 6-month grace period. You must collect the new W-9 version immediately. And even so, we're well past any grace periods since the latest revision has been published. Now, many vendors will submit a version that has been saved or copied, sometimes to the point where it's illegible, versus completing with updated information at the time of the request, which is what you really want. Now, the second scenario is when the tax classification is limited liability company, not limited liability corporation, and there is no designation entered. The designation determines whether the vendor is reportable. So those that enter a C for C corporation or S for S corporation are exempt from 1099 reporting. Those that enter a P for partnership are reportable and would receive a 1099. So you can see how that designation is required. Now, for more information on what to do if your vendor just really does not know how to fill out the W-9, and we've all been there, I have 4 options, including a new resource to give non-official guidance to your vendor team as well as to your vendors, and I will link to that blog post in the description. I will also link to a blog post that has a total of 6 scenarios, so 4 more than here, of when you need to return the W-9 back to the vendor for correction. Now, if you would like more information on how to combat fraud, please go to my website, debrarrichardson.com, for free tools and resources to avoid fraud, regulatory fines, and bad vendor data. So good luck, and don't forget to tune in next Tuesday for next week's Vendor Master File tip of the week.